Hey there and welcome back to another video. And yes, we are currently in the launching screen of Subnautica, and that's because I just wanted to show you a small change and then go on to the big changes. So let's go.
Attention. Hull failure imminent. All personnel abandon ship.
So currently I have my graphics settings set to low, and now half of the screen will be the new highest possible graphics settings. And I think you can definitely see a difference there, can't you? So as you can see, not only are the edges way sharper and look a lot better, also the colors are very bright and just look a lot more realistic. Okay, and here we are in the game. So, these are the normal settings which were in before, but now we have more options for our graphics. So, everything should look somewhat normal. But, if we go into the options, you can see we have anti-aliasing, the quality, bloom, lens stirred, motion blur, which is really amazing, depth of field, ambient occlusion, screen space reflections, color grading, dithering, and just the sound. Okay, so let's just first of all look at the color grading. So if we go down here and change the color grading from off to neutral, you can instantly see a difference. But the real difference comes in once we change it to filmic. Now compare this to this. In my opinion, this looks so much better, especially underwater. Look at this. This is filmic and this is off. That is such a huge difference. Now with these bubbles on the screen, I can show you the anti-aliasing thing. First of all, FXAA is the better one. You can also choose this one, but if you look at this part down here, it looks a little bit worse. Now if I upgrade this to, let's say, medium or even high, you can clearly see a difference. And if I turn off the bloom, you can also see a difference. The lens dirt is just the small specks of dirt on your lens, which you can see right here. Now if I turn this off, these will just disappear. Now depth of field usually just blurs out your mask a bit, but it doesn't seem to be working right now. Maybe that's a bug or I'm doing something wrong. Now, motion blur. First of all, let's set it off. So if I turn around, you can see nothing at all. Now let's turn it to high and see what happens. And now you can clearly see that there's a huge difference. And I can even increase the motion blur. Let's set it to 100 and now you can definitely see that this looks a lot better. Now, of course, if you have film grading, if you don't turn on the filmic color grading, you will notice something. Now, this is without the filmic color grading, and if we turn it on, you can see that it gets a lot darker. Now, of course, this is a slight disadvantage because if you're scared of the ocean, you don't want it to be dark because there could be anything coming at you from the bottom of the sea. But I definitely think it looks a lot cooler. Now, there have also been some updates to the survivor messages, so let's look at those.
This is Life Pod 6. I have a passenger on board. Coordinates attached. We've landed a kilometer from the crash site, but there's radiation in between us and the rendezvous. Request immediate assistance. 6 out.
As you can see, the survivor life pods now have voice actors. And this is amazing because it just adds so much depth to the story. And seeing that you can't rescue any of those voice actors or humans in those life pods definitely increases the feeling of loneliness on the planet. Now, there's also been an update to the life pods themselves, so I'll just go there real quick. If you take a closer look, you can see that they now all have different types of damage. For example, this one has its hatch ripped off. I've also seen some where almost half of it is missing, and it's not like before where there was always just a small hole here and the rest of it intact. As you can see, also the ladder is ripped apart. If we now pick up this PDA, you will see that every single crew log is voiced.
What are you doing? You were gone so long. I thought you drowned. Put the flare down. I was going to try and attract someone's attention. That's not a distress flare. Stop waving it around like that. You'll catch the fuel line.
Okay then, looks like this was an explosion from a flare. Now, I won't show you all life pods and all the messages, but let's look at another one.
Signal location uploaded to PDA.
This is Ozzy from the cafeteria. What the hell, guys? They didn't warn us this might happen. Our pod was almost crushed by this Seamoth Bay on the way down. Now we're hanging on the edge of a cave system, and this grim-looking snake thing's trying to eat through the hull. Come get us already.
And at this point, I just have to say props to the voice actors. They did such a great job. It sounds amazing. As you can see here, this one has its whole side ripped open, and this definitely adds more variety to the life pods and makes them a lot more interesting. We can also listen to this crew log.
Integrating new PDA data.
Ozzy's log. It's the day of the crash. I don't know what the heck is happening. I'm scared and I'm not going outside. There are shadows in the water under the hatch, but I can't tell if they're rocks or aliens. And there's weird-looking caves nearby. The Aurora was carrying everything needed to build the phase gate. Mobile vehicle bays, bioreactors, propulsion cannons. It had a cinema. There was a zero-G gym. My cafe. I don't understand how we're here now. I don't know why no one's coming for me.
I can't say this enough. Props to all of the voice actors. Voice entries have also been added to all of the Degasi voice logs. I won't play all of them because there's just so many of them, but I will show you some of them.
Integrating new PDA data.
What is that thing?
I don't know. I found it outside in the sand.
Part of another ship?
None I've ever seen.
It's not even scratched. Don't fool around with it. It might be worth something.
Stand down, Chief. If it were gonna crumble to dust, it would have done so when I picked it up.
It's glowing. We're not the first people to come to this planet.
People. Maybe. Could be aliens. Could be the damn sea monsters for all we know. One thing for sure, we ain't gonna find out by staying here.
There's also one in the second base.
Integrating new PDA data.
This island is a godsend. Look out of the window. No predators. Fresh food.
No building materials, nothing left of the ship, and your kid says we're gonna starve without more grow beds. Speak up, kid.
It's true, Father. The natural growth rates are too slow to keep supporting us.
All I'm saying is ocean's got us surrounded. No use hiding. Sooner or later, we'll get our feet wet.
The rest of your life may have been a fight, Maida, but I've made my decision. You want to forfeit your emergency pay to take a swim? Go ahead.
Believe me, I'm thinking on it.
Then, of course, there's plenty of voice logs in the deep sea base.
Integrating new PDA data.
Son, there is always a pecking order. And in our world, money makes a hierarchy. I pay Maida a fraction of what I pay you, and you a fraction of what I pay me.
If money makes the hierarchy, why is Marguerite making the decisions?
We need her. We let her think what she likes, so long as she does what she's told.
What if she doesn't?
For enough money, she will.
People always...
Conditions in this field support a microcosm of unique, possibly predatory life.
That was not planned.
The artificial structure.
And I just had a heart attack. Well, anyways, and there's also one in the third base.
This is the first time I've seen sunlight in months. After all that time in the deep, I'd been dreaming of it. Now that I'm back here, I'm finding it hard to enjoy alone. Father was right. We should never have left this place. We shouldn't have gone so deep. They do not want us down there. Despite my best efforts, ill health is taking hold of me. The visions are getting worse. Marguerite and Father are now part of the ecosystem of this incredible planet. It's reassuring to know that when I go, I'll join them. Until then, well, there's always the view.
There's always the view. Okay, I can't be the only one that thinks these voice actors are so amazing and that this adds such a depth to all of the voice logs in the game. Just huge thank you to the voice actors and to the devs for putting this in. Now, there have also been some news on the Arctic biome. The developers have said that they would love to make a Subnautica expansion after 1.0, so we will probably get an expansion, and they have also said that they are considering doing the Arctic expansion. Now, the Arctic biome has been teased since the very beginning of Subnautica, and now we might be even getting it. But this is not set in stone, it could all change, but at least they are considering it. And that's already it again. If you enjoyed it, remember to leave a like, and as always, I'll see you next time. Goodbye! Also, we just had 50,000 subscribers. Thank you so much. It really means a lot to me, and there's a special coming out very soon.